Hello and welcome. My name is Chris McDonald, if you don't know me, and I'm a therapist and host of Yoga in the Therapy Room podcast. So I wanted to bring some of these practices to you, and I hope this is beneficial. So today we're going to do another chair. I did get my chair that's not rolling this time. So if you have of those that's not rolling, that's always a little more safer. If you have wheels, maybe put a yoga mat underneath your chair. So this makes it a little more accessible when we can do some chair yoga. And what we're going to do today is some joint rotations. So this is very easy, simple movements that you can do to start your day or even during the day, just to kind of bring awareness back in the body, just to get blood flowing, wake up the body a little bit, especially if you're feeling lethargic, like in the middle of the day. And these are amazing because they're accessible. You could do them at work or if you want to do it at the end of your day. So that's what's amazing is there's so many different times a day that could be beneficial to use these or even before you start an exercise practice or a stronger yoga practice. Starting with joint rotations is a wonderful way to warm up or to settle your body and to connect more with your body to bring that body awareness. So go ahead and sit with your back against the chair, feet on the ground. Let's start with a little grounding before we get started. Maybe noticing sensations with your feet touching the floor. Wiggle the toes. Maybe bring the big toes down, the rest of the toes up, and then bring the rest of the toes down, big toes up. See if we can alternate back and forth. Really tuning into those sensations. Good. Maybe feel like the balls of your feet on the floor. See if it feels soft underneath your feet, or is it a little more hard and rough? Noticing the lower legs, the calves, any tension there, or any other sensation that may come up. And check in with your knees, your thighs. We're just observing, seeing what's there. We're not changing anything right now. See if you can notice where your body meets the chair, noticing maybe your sit bones, back of the thighs against the chair. Feeling the chair holding you up, and just know beneath the chair, beneath the structure you're in, is the earth. The earth is also holding you up, supporting you. Feeling your spine reach towards the ceiling. Check in, notice the center of your body. Where do you notice that? Maybe in your belly, abdomen somewhere, or maybe in your mid back. Check in with that center, feeling that central channel. Notice your shoulders. Are they feeling tense, heavy? Are they up here or are they a little lower? Notice without judgment. Check in with the upper arms, elbows, forearms, palms of hands, fingers. And just take your hands and just maybe flex back and forth, open and close. Maybe you see and feel some sensations as you do this. And then we'll pause and notice what is coming up in the hands. Noticing the neck, any tension, especially if you've been looking at a computer screen all day, which I do often. Sometimes that can bother your neck, especially if your office station isn't set up properly. And bring the intention of softness in the face, softness in the forehead, the eyes, the jaw. Bringing softness, softness throughout the body. And bring awareness to the neck. So bring your right ear to right shoulder, maybe seeing what's coming up on that left side of the neck, and then left ear to left shoulder. What's going on the right side in your shoulder? Any tension? Try to bring curiosity today as we do these movements, bringing chin to chest as far as comfortable. Again, if any of this feels bad, hurts you, just you can pause at any time and come out of the movement. You are in control, and then moving back, head back as far as you want. And if it feels right for you, see if you can bring some small circles. I'm going to make mine super small, but you can make yours a little bit bigger. I know it bothers my neck to do the really big ones. But yeah, if you want to really get in there, just be careful. Necks can be injured pretty easily. And then going the alternate way. So I'm just going to do my tiny baby circles. You choose what feels good for you. And then we'll pause and notice how's your neck? Maybe it's waking up just a little bit. And with your shoulders, we're going to do some movements there. So bringing shoulders up, around the back body, and down. So make these as big or as small if you'd like. You can also alternate if you want to start a little small, especially if you are just waking up the body. You can start a little smaller, gradually getting bigger. Ooh, feel it. Hmm. Yeah, I think it relaxed my body. It gave me a sigh. Sometimes we can tune in and notice how this impacts our body pretty quickly. Now, see if you can bring one arm, one shoulder, then the other. We can just alternate and then come back to both, really bringing a little bit more range of motion. And just like the neck, if there's any shoulder pain, you're welcome to stop, take care of yourself, or back out, or go a little bit slower. And we don't always have to go 100 miles per hour. And that's what I think the joint rotations can tell us as well. We go a little bit slower to tune in. Let's do a little bit bigger movement. So bringing arms out to the side, we're going to move the elbows. So just bending at the elbows up and around. I'm doing some bigger ones. You can go a little smaller if you want, or try both. Just be careful you're not banging into anything. I know that's happened to me way too many times. And then go the other way. Releasing excess stress, and maybe in the joints. Good. And then bringing hands back to your lap and taking the right hand. You can leave your hand on your lap as you just, I was just bringing it up so you could see it. And with a closed fist, we can start with that. See how that feels in the wrist. See if you can go slower, knowing the nervous system loves slow fluid movement. And then go the opposite way. You can also try it open handed. Does that feel different? Wiggling the fingers with it. It's kind of fun. Good. And let's try it to the other side. So left hand can start open. If you want to then go to closed, feel free. Kind of like that open. Let's see what feels good for you. And then go the other way. And then pause, check in, notice sensations that might have come up. Maybe if you are on the computer, you may notice a little more sensations. I know I can feel it in my right wrist. And then bending at the wrist both at the same time. And then we'll go forward. So a little flexion, extension, coming back and forward. And maybe you notice one side feels a little different than the other. A lot of times that can happen once we start tuning into the body. Good. Now check in with your energy since we started. Notice if you have more energy or less or something else. And when you're ready, we're going to do what are called torso circles. So leaning forward, go to the left, back, and then to the right until you can get to a place of some smooth circles. So feet should be on the floor. Maybe feeling the spine as it opens up and wakes up and says hello, greeting the day, or if this is later in the day for you, maybe it's helping to wake you up a little. And we can do joint rotations, by the way, standing. You can do them in different ways and then going the opposite way. Or you can do them laying down. or as part of different poses. So that's the beauty and flexibility of yoga. We're not confined to one practice. We can do them lots of different ways. And again, with these circles, you can also do bigger ones, semi or smaller. So I'm going to challenge you to go a little bit slower. See how slow you can go. Is your body resisting? Is your mind resisting? Notice that without judgment. I see you. You want me to go faster. Just know we can still get benefits from a slow practice, sometimes more. That's the challenge, right? And let's just go side to side. Just a little side to side rocking. This can also soothe the nervous system, nice and gentle. And then we'll pause. Tune in. Maybe some emotions have come up, maybe not. Just see what's there. Sometimes we can feel more than one thing. Go ahead and clasp your hands like this, and we're going to lean back and bring the right knee up. And if you want to try to do some seated hip circles, and again, just be cautious not to overdo it. And then going the opposite way, waking up the hips as well. And then we'll do that slow, super slow motion, a challenge. Noticing maybe the urge to speed up. And if you want to go a little faster to end it. And let's stop before we go to the left knee or the left knee and hip. Notice how the right side may feel different from the left. And let's try this, hands clasped to the left knee. And of course, using caution if you've had a recent surgery or hip replacement. Some of these practices may not be best for you right now. Always asking yourself to stay mindful. What do I notice? What is there? What's coming up in my mind? Thoughts? What are my emotions? And then go the opposite. What is my energy? Now, challenge again. Let's go super slow. It's hard, isn't it? I think that's a harder. It's easier to go fast. We're used to going fast through life. So the challenge is to slow down. And then if you want to speed up to end it, you can. Enough of that slow stuff. And then sit back in your chair. And let's do a check in. How are you feeling energy wise? I know I feel a little boost, but relaxed, kind of both. That grounded but energetic feeling. And bringing up the right foot. You can't see mine, but I can just imagine yours as well. So just bringing up, we're going to do some ankle rotation. So just like we did with the wrist, like this, and do that with the right ankle. Nice and slow. And then moving the opposite direction. And then see if you can flex your foot forward and then bring it back so toes are pointing towards your head. Flex forward and back. Ooh, I know I've gone for some walks, so I can feel some of those muscles, ligaments probably just a little bit like, ooh, you worked me. You may notice that as well. Or if they haven't moved in a while, that may bring up some sensation. And then bring that foot down. So onto the left foot. Again, rotation with the ankle. And see if you can tune in. Does this side feel different than the left, feel different from the right? And then the other direction. And see if you can point and flex that foot. And then we'll close with bringing the right foot up. So see if you can do that challenge of super slow movements with the feet, both going at the same time, whichever direction you choose, and then going the opposite way. And then bringing the feet down. And let's pause altogether. Check in with your thoughts. Are your thoughts racing, ready to move quicker, or something else coming up in your thinking? Is it hard to stay focused? What about your energy? Do you notice more grounded or more energy altogether? Check in with emotion. What is there? Do you feel ready to start the day or maybe get back to work? More energetic or sleepy? All feelings are welcome. And let's close with inhaling arms up and then exhale arms down, clearing away what we don't need. Inhale arms up, exhale arms down. Inhale one more time, palms together. And then we're going to stop at the forehead for kind thoughts, stop at the mouth for kind words, and stop at the heart for kindness towards ourselves and others. So putting that intention out in the universe. And namaste. I hope that was helpful for you. So, if you like this practice, maybe this is something you could incorporate into your daily life, even if you just choose one of those, like the wrist circles or the shoulders. Start with one, start small if you want to do more of a consistent practice. That can help. And then maybe you can add another one, doing a little bit at a time, and you can get a lot of great results. So I appreciate it if you could subscribe so you don't miss content, and also give a rating, 5-star rating here if you're able to, and take